So I want you to imagine something for a second. You meet a guy. He's charming. He's got that smile, the kind that sort of sneaks up on you. You're chatting, maybe flirting a little, and you're wondering, how do I make this moment last? How do I make him feel something deeper, something unforgettable? Because let's be honest, there's attraction and then there's connection. And when a man feels a moment, when something melts him, it's not because of a perfectly timed joke or a sultry glance. It's often because of what you say, the right phrase, at the right time. It cuts through the noise. It makes him stop, feel, remember. That's what we're talking about today. Now, before I get into the first phrase, let me be clear. This isn't manipulation. This isn't about learning the magic words to make someone fall at your feet. This is about authenticity. It's about connection. And it's about understanding what actually penetrates a man's emotional armor, the stuff that makes him go, wow, I've never felt this with anyone else. Okay, let's dive in. The first phrase is so deceptively simple, but it's powerful when said in the right moment. Here it is. I love the way you see the world. Now I know what you're thinking. That sounds sweet, but how does that make a guy fall? Let me explain. Most men go through life performing. We're trained to show our strengths, be providers, impress people. But inside, every man has a private universe of thoughts, opinions, dreams, frustrations. And most of the time, he doesn't feel truly seen. Women might compliment how he looks or what he does, but rarely does someone connect with how he sees life. When you say, I love the way you see the world, you're telling him you're not just here for what he does, you're here for who he is. It's a soul-level compliment. You're affirming his mind, his perspective, and that's intimacy. It's even more potent when you say it after he shares something vulnerable. Maybe he opens up about how he feels about family, or a dream he has, or something he's been struggling with. In that moment you pause, you look him in the eye, and you say, you know what? I love the way you see the world. You'll watch his whole body relax, because suddenly it's not about impressing you. It's about being himself around you. This phrase is magic because it communicates something rare, emotional safety. And men, real, emotionally intelligent men, crave that more than sex, more than adventure, more than any surface level thrill. A woman who makes him feel emotionally safe. She's unforgettable. Let's talk about the second phrase. This one is bold, cheeky, and completely disarming. It goes like this. You're trouble, but I like it. Now stay with me here. This phrase is playful, but it's laced with meaning. It says, I see your charm. I know your game, but I'm not naive. I'm choosing to play because I like who you are. There's something incredibly attractive about a woman who flirts with awareness, a woman who doesn't fall blindly, but chooses to lean in. It gives a man the sense that you're not gullible, that you've seen this kind of energy before, but something about him feels worth the risk. You're telling him you're not perfect, and I'm not putting you on a pedestal, but I'm curious, I'm interested, and I'm having fun. This phrase flips the power dynamic. Instead of chasing his attention, you're teasing him while also showing interest. It invites playfulness, and it adds tension, the good kind. It makes him want to chase you a little more, because now you're not just a beautiful face, you're someone with standards, someone with discernment. What this phrase does at its core is mix challenge with admiration, and that's a lethal combination. Men don't fall for women who always agree with them. They fall for women who intrigue them, who make them feel like they're on an emotional roller coaster, where there's a little mystery, a little sass, a little heart. Let me give you an example. Say he tells a story where he clearly tried to impress someone, maybe a wild trip he took, or a risk he once took that almost backfired. Instead of just laughing and saying, "That's crazy," you lean in, smile, and say, "You're trouble, but I like it." That phrase instantly makes him feel like he's on the edge of something interesting, and trust me, he'll remember it. Alright, now for the third phrase, and this is where the real heart comes in. You don't drop this one all the time. You use it when there's already a little connection, when you know he's invested. Here it is. You make me feel safe. Boom. That's it. That's the one that changes everything. Now I can already hear the skeptics. Shouldn't he be the one saying that? But listen, when a man hears a woman say, "You make me feel safe," something ancient in him awakens. His protector instinct, his sense of purpose, his emotional core. You're not saying he's your hero. You're not saying you need him. You're saying, "When I'm with you, I feel relaxed. I feel like I can be myself. I trust this space." That kind of statement, it's intimate. It tells him that his presence matters, that how he shows up, not just what he does, is valuable. And that's the biggest compliment a man can get. Now here's the key: you have to mean it. This isn't a line to toss around for effect. This is something you say when he does something that genuinely makes you feel emotionally or physically secure. Maybe he walked you to your car late at night. Maybe he listened to you vent about your stressful day without trying to fix it. Maybe he held space for a moment when you were vulnerable. You look at him, maybe even with a little smile or a soft tone, and you say, "You make me feel safe." His heart will melt, not because you're being submissive, but because you're acknowledging something most men long to hear, but rarely do, that their energy, their care, their presence makes a real difference. Men fall for women who see them, who appreciate what they bring, not just in terms of achievements or gifts, but who they are at a core level. These phrases, all three of them, communicate that. Let's recap, but not like a school teacher, more like someone handing you a cheat code to emotional connection. Phrase 1. I love the way you see the world. That's admiration. It says, "I see you, not just your exterior." Phrase 2. You're trouble, but I like it. That's intrigue. It says, "I'm not easily impressed, but you got my attention." Phrase 3. You make me feel safe. That's vulnerability. It says, "What you offer as a man matters to me." Use these in the right moment. Don't force them. Let them come from a genuine place. And watch what happens. Watch how men lean in. Watch how they open up. Watch how they feel something new, something rare. And if you're watching this and thinking, "Matt, this is great, but what if I mess it up? What if I say the wrong thing?" Let me tell you something. It's not about getting the words perfect. It's about the energy behind them. You can say the exact phrase and have it fall flat if you don't feel it. But if you're present, if your eyes are locked into his, if you're truly in the moment, he'll feel it. He'll know. That's where the power is. And remember, this isn't about making a guy fall just so you can feel validated. This is about deepening connection. It's about being someone who brings out the best in him, who touches a part of him most people overlook. So the next time you're with a guy you like, don't just wait for him to impress you. Speak your truth. Say the words that show you see more than just his charm. Say the words that pierce through the surface and make him feel something he hasn't felt in a long time. That's how a man falls, not just with his eyes, but with his heart. Now go melt someone gently.